I turned 30 a few months ago, and something strange has been happening inside my head. I thought 30 would feel like some kind of checkpoint, like in video games. You reach level 30, you unlock wisdom, stability, and maybe a mysterious adult superpower that makes everything easy. But honestly, it feels like I just unlocked a new level of paperwork.
Oh, I feel that deeply. Like, you reach adulthood thinking life will finally make sense, and then adulthood turns out to be constant maintenance. A continuous list of things that no one claps for, no one teaches, no one praises. It's weird because you're doing everything right, but it still feels like you're always chasing after small problems that regenerate every week.
Exactly. I used to imagine adults walking around with confidence, checking everything off easily, but the truth? It's more like, did I pay that bill? Wait, why is the Wi-Fi down again? What is this new service charge on my bank statement? Why are there 3 streaming subscriptions I don't remember signing up for?
My favorite is when you suddenly realize you've been paying for something for 8 months without noticing. That's when adulthood hits you in the face.
Yes, and it's not even the big things. It's the invisible tiny tasks, the boring ones, the life administration, as some magazines call it. There was an article in Psychology Daily that literally said, modern adulthood is defined not by milestones, but by constant micro-responsibilities. And I was like, yes, finally someone said it out loud.
That's so true. When we were younger, everyone described adulthood in big words: career, marriage, home, kids. But nobody mentioned that behind each of those things, there's a jungle of forms, emails, calls, resets, renewals, and updates. Full-time maintenance.
Exactly. I thought being responsible automatically counted towards something. Credit score, financial stability, adult points. But then I learned that paying rent on time doesn't even help your credit score. I was shocked. I was like, so I'm responsible, but it doesn't count?
That's the adult plot twist right there. You think being sensible is enough, but then the system says, nope, you need extra steps. It's like life gives you homework after you already did the assignment.
Absolutely. So I finally started using a debit-based credit card, this one called Fizz. It reports to the credit bureau automatically. So at least now, being responsible actually works in my favor. I felt like I discovered some kind of secret adult cheat code.
Honestly, credit scores are proof that adulthood is basically a strategy game, and no one explains the rules. You just start playing, and every mistake costs money.
You know what's funny? I'm not sad. I'm not overwhelmed. I have a stable job. I'm healthy. My life is okay. But I'm just realizing that adulthood is basically quiet work. No applause, no finish line, just you doing tasks that keep everything from falling apart.
It's like tending a garden. You water it, you trim it, you pull the weeds. And if you skip a week, boom, chaos.
Yes, a garden of responsibilities. And some weeds grow really fast, like taxes. Miss one thing, and suddenly there are 3 new letters from the government.
Or lease renewals. You think, okay, I'll just sign one document, but then it turns out you need proof of income, proof of employment, proof that you are a human being, proof that you still exist, proof that you still exist.
Yes, exactly. No one mentioned that adulthood requires so much proving all the time. You constantly have to prove things, that you live somewhere, that you work somewhere, that you can pay something. It's endless.
I read once in a sociology journal that modern adults experience administrative fatigue. Basically, the exhaustion that comes from constant low-level tasks. It's not dramatic, but it slowly drains you.
Yes, that's exactly how it feels. Not dramatic, just quiet. Every day, there's a new tiny thing to fix. Like this year, I learned that expired ID cards cause a whole chain reaction, and then fixing them becomes a side quest.
Everything in adulthood is a side quest. The main quest is just stay alive and functional.
Truth, and even simple things like keeping the apartment running feels like magic until you realize you are the magician. You're the one who has to replace light bulbs, clean filters, pay water bills, track expenses, fix things, call people. You're like your own manager without a salary.
Exactly. Welcome to the position of head of operations of your own life. Full responsibility, no benefits.
Sometimes I catch myself thinking, where is the adult who's supposed to handle this? And then I remember, it's me. I'm the adult.
Same. There's a quote from a psychology magazine that said, "Adulthood begins when you become the person you used to rely on." And I thought, that's beautiful and depressing.
Yes, exactly. Beautiful but painful. It's funny because we don't even realize how many things our parents were doing silently. When we were kids, the lights were always on, the papers were always filled, the house was running. And now we know it wasn't magic, it was work.
Invisible work. And now we're doing it.
You know, when I was younger, I thought adulthood was about achieving something big. But now I understand it's more about maintaining stability. And that's harder than it looks.
Maintenance is underrated. It's the foundation of everything. And the scary part is, it never stops. There's no season break, no vacation from being an adult.
Exactly. You can take a vacation from work, but not from adulthood, because the moment you come back, there's a pile of tasks waiting. Emails, notifications, letters, bills. It's like the adult monster patiently sits and waits for you.
And the truth is, no one warns you. No one tells you that the older you get, the more your life becomes a big filing system.
Yes. And the weirdest part is that even when life gets better, like when you're stable, healthy, earning okay, it still feels like juggling 20 things at once.
But you know what? I think the beauty of adulthood is that you learn to handle things one by one. You become more patient, more organized, more aware.
True. And I think we should talk about the why behind all this invisible work. Psychologists say that adults feel alone in responsibility because modern society makes us handle everything individually. We don't live in big households anymore, we don't have extended family around, so we do everything alone.
That's a great point. We bear the full weight of our lives on our own shoulders. And at the same time, we're told, be independent, be strong, be responsible. But nobody acknowledges how heavy that responsibility is.
Exactly. And social media doesn't help. Everyone posts finished results, a clean home, organized finances, happy moments, but they never show the 8 hours of maintenance behind it.
So you feel like everyone else has it together while you're the only one tired.
Yes, but the truth is, we're all doing this invisible work. We just don't talk about it enough.
Honestly, I think adulthood is less about perfection and more about endurance. The ability to just keep going, keep maintaining, keep fixing.
And maybe that's okay. Maybe adulthood isn't supposed to feel magical. It's supposed to feel real.
Yes, real, imperfect, human.
And maybe the fact that we're doing all these invisible tasks means we're actually doing great. We're keeping our lives moving forward.
Exactly. If everything is running, even if you feel tired, you're succeeding.
I like that. It's comforting.
Same. And you know what? I think the older I get, the more I realize that no one ever truly figures it out. We all just learn to manage better.
So true. Adulthood is basically leveling up in small steps. You get better at budgeting, better at planning, better at saying no, better at organizing, and you look back and realize you've grown.
And that's something to be proud of. even if no one applauds you.
Right, because we applaud ourselves.
Exactly. And maybe we should celebrate small victories like I paid everything on time, or I renewed my lease without crying, or I filed my taxes and survived.
Yes, adult gold medals. We deserve them.
I hope everyone watching our channel hears this. If adulthood feels like a lot, it's because it is a lot. You're not doing it wrong. You're just living a normal adult life.
And you're doing great, even if you don't feel like it.
Because the invisible work counts, even if no one sees it.
Especially then.